Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Sarah and today I'm bringing to you the second part in us celebrating Twice's latest comeback. This time we will be looking at their entire 10th mini album Taste of Love. There are in total of 6 songs on it, including the title track Alcohol Free, and we will talk about each of them in greater detail. At the end I will also rank them from my least favorite to my favorite and you might be surprised. Anyways, don't forget to let me know your opinions and favorite B-sides in the comments below, and let's get right into it. This is the title track of the album, and I already made a whole separate review video, dedicated to going in depth into its concept, lyrics, music video, production and so much more. In case you didn't check it out yet, it will pop up in the upper right corner right now, and you can watch it after you're done with this video. I'm just going to say that until now my opinions on the song still didn't change and are staying pretty much the same, so I have nothing to update you all on. Just go watch that video, and you will understand what I'm talking about. Let's just move on to the next song. First time when I'm loving you, I'm always satisfied. Yet another song that was heavily worked on by Jihyo herself. She wrote the entire lyrics and that's definitely not surprising, considering she is Twice's most experienced lyricist, and writes by far the most, right after Nayeon. Although she is still quite early in her game, you can truly see her improvement with each album. We can see a lot less overwriting in this song than usual, which is her main issue I would say. She tries to stuff too many words into one part of the melody, which at the very end sounds mumbled. But I can say that she improved a lot, and for her to write such sensual lyrics is yet another side of her talent we get to discover for the very first time. But when it comes to the production of the song though, yeah, I wasn't impressed at all. I can't say it's generally a bad song, because it's not. I would actually enjoy it a lot I think, if it wasn't so painfully out of their range. The chorus to the specific is so high pitched that it hurts me ears. Not to shit on their vocal abilities, because I'm not a singer or anything. To me personally though I don't think they are strong enough vocalists to pull this off. Even Jihyo couldn't in my eyes. I have no idea why they had to make it so high pitched, because it literally didn't serve any purpose in the song. It could easily be a tiny bit lower, and more in their actual range, as a result sounding much better. But we all know JYP likes to push higher vocals on Twice, so is anyone surprised? I'm not. It's just upsetting, because for me it entirely destroyed the song, and made it unlistenable. The lyrics to Scandal go entirely to Dahyun, who is not by any means as experienced in writing as Jihyo is, but I personally like her style a lot more. She is one of the funniest, if not the funniest member in Twice, which you can quickly sense in her lyrics as well. She has a great sense of rhythm, doesn't tend to overwrite and uses metaphors a lot more frequently than Jihyo. Her lyrics are fun and cheeky. They have a lot of lines mostly in English that get stuck in your head and present almost like key moments in her songs. She did a great job on this one, and in combination with a bunch of Western producers, this is for sure one of the strongest tracks on the album. The switch up in style is very noticeable, mostly coming from the Western influence of previously mentioned producers. We have a lot of whispering as a form of delivering the lyrics and I love that. It's one of my favorite recurring things we meet in Twice's discography, and it will never get repetitive to me. The production itself may not be anything crazy, but clearly this album as a whole isn't meant to be. It's very summery and relaxing. Easy to listen to on the beach. I personally highly enjoy every aspect of this song and will definitely put it on my playlist. I have a feeling this will be one of fan favorites from this era and rightfully so, if you ask me. Let's have a little less conversation, yeah. This is the second song that Sana wrote the lyrics for entirely by herself. She wrote Do What We Like from their second full album Eyes Wide Open and very quickly showed herself as a strong candidate in becoming Twice's strongest lyricist. She has a very artistic, almost poetic style of writing. Images she is able to paint with her lyrics, as well as metaphors she uses, are strong, and with even more practice she could soon become my favorite lyricist in Twice by far. I would definitely argue that in this song she used a lot more direct imagery than in Do What We Like, but I still enjoy it very much. As for the actual production, we can sense a similarity in style of Scandal, which makes sense, since this one has a bunch of Western producers credited once again. In my very humble opinion, it is the strongest piece of work on this album, and although it is quite repetitive in its core melody, I have to say, that doesn't bother me at all. This album is once again a very strong proof that Twice does mini albums a lot better than full album. Eyes Wide Open can't reach Taste of Love even to its ankles in the quality of the material that is put on it. I'm not trying to say their full albums don't have some honestly amazing gems on it, but most of the songs are fillers, and I can't help but notice that with both of their full albums they released so far. Their mini albums on the other hand rarely disappoint, and when they give such a nice song as Conversation is, I have nothing to complain about. I saw already from the album spoiler that many people were saying this one sounds the best of them, and oh boy, we were also damn right. Good for us, honestly.
Hey boy, play the track, 'cause you give me heart attack, you're my babe.
This one is the biggest plot twists for me on this entire album, but first let's talk about the lyrics. They were entirely written by Nayeon, which I think you can easily recognize. I think this is altogether her 5th song she wrote by herself, and she is currently my favorite lyricist in Twice. She uses very direct imagery, so you have no issues understanding what she is trying to tell you. She does a great job of painting images in your head of a story, same as Sana. Nayeon just does it in a very honest, straightforward way, and I absolutely love that. She is also the members that seems to be writing from her own experiences, views, and emotions the most, but of course I could be totally wrong. As far as the actual song goes though, I know from the album spoiler that I will entirely dislike. I don't know why, but it just didn't sound good to me. But now as a whole piece of work, it's actually one of my favorite tracks on this album. Once again we have a bunch of Western producers, and the song overall tries the hardest to appeal to the Western audience out of all of the songs on the album. I think this is also the reason why Nayeon's lyrics have so much English in them. Probably the most I've seen from Twice in a long while. The most ironic thing is that I can't even complain about it, because I fucking love it. The production is good, very fitting for this time of the year, as well as their vocal delivery. Nayeon especially shined on this song, I feel like, and I wish all their songs were in their range as much as this one is. It suits most of the members and I couldn't be happier about that. The second song on this album, that is written by Dahyun, and I couldn't be happier to see her write more and gain experience, so she can improve. As I've already said, you can sense her fun personality in the songs she writes, and this one is no exception. We can see a very clear balance between direct imagery, as well as metaphors and more artistic writing. I think the lines in the chorus, where they sing SOS, you gotta save me again, is so Dahyun, and I can't help but smile every time I hear. The whole song is just so damn freaking good, and I would honestly take a bullet for it. It's one of the strongest Twice B-sides in my opinion, and definitely staples this album as one of my favorites in their entire career. The melody is catchy and makes you wanna move your ass, but at the same time it's not overwhelming or hard to listen to. You can pull this up anytime you wish and have a great time with it, no matter what you're in. I honestly and sincerely hope this becomes a new track that every single fan hypes up to no end, like y'all did with Love Foolish. It truly deserves it for being such a high quality piece of work. Twice rarely disappoints, and this time was no different. They came through and delivered. As I've already said 3 seconds ago, this is one of my favorite Twice albums to date. There is only one song I would skip without even thinking about it, and out of 6 songs that's extremely good for my picky taste. Although Twice is one of my alts, I would be completely honest if I didn't enjoy this album. But I honestly do, almost from the very start to the very finish, and I couldn't be happier about. It's also so great to see almost all lyrics be written by Twice, because this way we were able to dive deeper into them and see how they relate to their personal writing styles. You guys know I'm a huge lyrics nerd and love everything about writing, so talking about lyrics is my biggest passion. Most of them focus heavily on love, which is very fitting for the summer, and I'm not mad about it, surprisingly. I'm excited to see what else Twice has in store for us in the future, and I don't doubt it's gonna be amazing. Here is also my ranking of all 6 tracks, so you can yell at me in the comments about how dumb and tasteless I am. Just tell me, it's fine. How much do you want to fight me right now? Anyways, this is all I have for today's video, and if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications by clicking the little bell icon. That way you will never miss another video from me again. All my social media links are in the description as well, so you can follow me on there for even more K-pop content. I will see you again next week, when we will be reviewing Bam Bam's solo debut, called Ribbon. Until then, bye bye, love you all so much.